In this lecture, we are going to solve some problems based on the chapter Electrons and Photons. The work function of tungsten is this much. Calculate speed of fastest electron ejected when light whose photon energy is 5.80 electron volt shines on the surface. If we take tungsten and it has work function of this much 4.50 electron volt, what if we change, then what is the speed of the fastest electron when light whose energy is this much will shine on the surface? First is, let us write down what is the data given to us. Work function is W0, which is 4.50 electron volt. Then photon energy is given to us as, of the photon energy is given as 5.80. We have to find what is the maximum velocity, speed of the fastest electron, which is Vmax. What is the formula we will use? Relatable formula kinetic energy, which has Vmax in it. We will transfer this here. It will become 2 kinetic energy max upon m v square max. So if we want Vmax, we will take it as under root. So this becomes our main formula. So let us begin our calculation. First, since we know that, what is the formula for kinetic energy max? It is nothing but h nu minus w0. We have both the values. Let us substitute it. So h nu is 5.80 minus 4.50. What will be our answer? .30, and both are in electron volt. If we want to convert electron volt in joule, what we have to do? We have to multiply it with 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19, and the value will become in joule. So let us convert it into joule. So this becomes kinetic energy max is equals to 1.3 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. Then we will substitute all the values. Kinetic energy max we have found. We have mass of electron is common and constant. Remember this is nothing but 9.1 into 10 raised to 31. So let us first write down the formula. What is the formula for Vmax? It is nothing but under root of 2 times kinetic energy max upon mass. So this becomes under root of 2 into 1.3 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 upon 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31. Separate out the power with 10, then solve these two, divide them, and then find the root of the number which you will get, and you will get your Vmax value in meter per second. So make sure you will you to convert it into kilometer per second, and for that multiply it with 10 raised to minus 6, and it will become in kilometer per second. And your final answer would be dash kilometer per second. You have to find here maximum kinetic energy of electron ejected from a certain material if material's work function is this much and frequency of incident radiation is this much. That means you are given a material whose work function is 2.3 electron volt, and you have to find with what amount of kinetic energy the electrons will get ejected if it is bombarded with a light which is of this much amount frequency. First, let us write down what is given to us. Work function is given 2.3 electron volt. Let us convert it into joule, and for that again we will multiply it with what I said you before, 2.3 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. It will become 3.68 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. What we have to find? Kinetic energy at its max. What is the formula? Kinetic energy max is equals to h nu minus w. We know about w0, but we don't know about h and nu are also constant. 6.63 into 10 raised to minus 34 and nu is 3 into 10 raised to 15 speed of light. Just substitute it. We can write down the formula again. Since square it, this becomes 6.63 into 10 raised to minus 34 multiplied by 3 into 10 raised to 15 minus 3.68 into 10 raised to minus 19. Solve it. You will get an answer in joule. To convert it again in electron volt, you have to now divide it by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. So whatever you got your answer here, you have to divide by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 and you will get your answer in electron volt. Energy required to remove electrons from sodium is this much. The sodium shows photoelectric effect for orange light of wavelength this much. That means when light is getting emitted on sodium, there is the energy which is required is this much. It is asking you, they are asking you whether the sodium shows photoelectric effect in the same way for orange light also, which has wavelength this much. Let us write down what is given to us. First is W0, which is 2.3 electron volt work function. Convert it into joule, so it will become 2.3 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. Wavelength is given to us 6800 Angstrom unit. Let us convert it into meter. This will become 6800 into 10 raised to minus 10. But since it has also additional 2 zeros and also we will put a decimal, so we will add 3 here. So this will become 6.8 into 10 raised to minus 7 meter. We have to find the sodium shows, no need to write short form, I have less space, that's why I am writing. Photoelectric effect for orange light. Write down the whole statement. Formula which we have is W0 is equals to h nu, or we can write as h nu is equals to W0, whatever. From this we need to find nu 0, W0 upon h. Let us substitute our values. Therefore, nu 0 is equals to 2.3 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 upon 6.63 into 10 raised to minus 34, which is constant. You will get a value in hertz. But incident frequency, formula for incident frequency is nothing but V is equals to C upon lambda. From here we will get what is C? Velocity of light, 3 into 10 raised to 8. Then what is lambda given to us? 6.8 into 10 raised to minus 7. From here we will get a value compare both of them, whether it is greater, smaller or equal. I will say you spoiler alert, this value will be greater than nu 0 will be greater than nu, so that means therefore sodium light does not show photoelectric effect. Conclude. including statement. Work function of cesium is given. We have to find threshold frequency and photocurrent wavelength of incident light if the photocurrent is brought to zero by potential difference of this much value. Let us first write down what is the given data. First is work function, which is nothing but 2.4 electron volt. Again conversion 2.4 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. Write down the value. V0 is the stopping potential, which is 0.6 volt. We have to first find what is the threshold frequency. We write threshold frequency of cesium. Okay, that's why I am writing here subscript C. Second, wavelength. So wavelength. What is the formula? Relatable formula which has nu 0 and lambda. First is W0 is equals to H nu 0. We have this value, and with this we can find out nu 0. Second is EV0 is equals to H nu minus W0. First, by the formula, let us arrange nu 0 is equals to W0 upon H. This becomes the formula. We have to find first. So nu 0 of cesium will be W0 by H, which is nothing but whatever the value we will get here, upon, this is common or constant, we will get a value here in hertz. Then in second formula, EV0 is equals to H nu minus W0. But since nu is equals to C by lambda, we will substitute it here. It has lambda, so we have to find lambda also, no? So that's why we are changing our formula. So this becomes, we will take this here first. Hc by lambda is equals to EV0 plus W0. So what is EV0? It is 0. We have multiplied both the values, this 0.60 and EV0, which is flashing here. It becomes this much plus whatever the W0 you get. Then you will take this value, this double dash. Okay, this is Hc by lambda. Now you have to find lambda. So what you will do? What is H? 6.63 into 10 raised to minus 34 into 3 into 10 raised to 8 upon whatever the double dash value you got here. Solve it and you will get your lambda in meter. So to convert it into Armstrong unit, multiply it with 10 raised to minus 7. So it will become in lambda is equals to dash Armstrong unit. You have been given work function of cesium and potassium. You have to find whether photoelectric emission will occur in two criteria. When the incident light is of wavelength 5650 Armstrong unit or light is of wavelength 5180. For both, you have to calculate of both the material. Given data is, first is work function of potassium, here it is taken as 2.25 electron volt, and again conversion, which becomes 2.25 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. Then W0 of cesium 2.4 electron volt, again conversion, multiply it with 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 and find out the value. What is lambda 1 given to us? 5650 Armstrong unit. To convert it into meter, we have to multiply it with, so multiply it with 10 raised to minus 7 meter. Again lambda 2 is given to you, 5180 Armstrong unit. For it also same, and you will get a value here. To find, first is write down both the statements ditto. Formula given to you is W0 is equals to H nu 0. Now from the formula, what we will do for potassium first and then for cesium. For potassium, what will happen? W0 for potassium, is equals to H nu 0 for potassium. What is nu 0 for potassium? It is nothing but W0 potassium upon H. We know both their values. You will get your value from here, and H is constant, which is 6.63 into 10 raised to minus 34, and you will get your nu 0 potassium in hertz. Same way for cesium, nu 0 for cesium is equals to W0. No need to write down this formula again. We will write down directly. For cesium is equals to W0 cesium upon H. What is W0 cesium? You will get from here. Write it down. Again divided by 6.63 into 10 raised to minus 34. You will get your answer in hertz. Also, we have formula that 1 is equals to C upon lambda 1 for potassium, which is nothing but, and divide your lambda 1 here for, this is for potassium. Divide your lambda 1 and you will get your answer in hertz. Again for cesium, again C lambda 2, 3 into 10 raised to 8 is common. Again write down lambda 2 what you have found. This is for cesium, and you will get your answer in hertz. Compare the value. You will get that Vc, this is Vc, is lesser than V0 of potassium. That means there is no photoelectric emission for potassium when wavelength 1 is incident on it, but for cesium it will come as V1 is greater than U0C. That means photoelectric effect will occur in this wavelength. What is the cases you will get? First is Vc is lesser than mu0 pk. That means no photoelectric emission for this, for lambda 1 when incident on it. Then second case is U1 is greater than mu0 c. That means there will occur photoelectric effect when lambda 1 is incident on it. Then for potassium, V2 is greater than, so that means it will take for lambda 2, and for V2 is greater than, that means it will take, so that means both potassium and cesium both will exhibit photoelectric effect. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. And if any doubt, you can email us at the given email.